Hello again. Welcome to the second part of chapter 1, which contains the model answers for some of the questions as you are used to and as we have done in the introduction. So let's start with page number 5, which we have which has questions A and B. Question A is homework and question B says give one word from the story. The first question says a woman servant who takes care of a house. At the beginning, we said the children were able to afford a cook and a maid. Exactly. So a woman servant who takes care of a house is called a maid. Number 2 says a small country house. The children had moved to a small cottage in the countryside. Exactly. So a small country house is called a cottage. Number 3, regular or normal. And here the children at the beginning were ordinary. Exactly. So the answer is ordinary, which means regular or normal. The number 4 says a small copy of something. Peter had a toy train, which was called a model. Exactly. So a small copy of something is called a model. Number 5, a small shovel with a pointed tip. Something Peter used to open the boxes which contained their old furniture. It's called a spade. Excellent. Number 6, to take care. So we've taken it in your sheet. Do you remember? To take care of something means look after. So the word is, or the phrasal verb is, look after. Number 7, to destroy by an explosion. The answer is blew up. Blew up means to be destroyed in an explosion. Number 8, a body of people who rule a country. That's called a government, which father worked with, or father worked in a government office. So the government is a body of people who rule a country. The last one, to repair or fix, and that's mend. To repair or fix something is to mend it, like father was about to do for Peter's toy train, if you remember. Now we move on to page 6, exercise B. Fill in the blanks using these words: pump, ordinary, model, cottage, mend, blew up, looked after, maid, government, and cellar. The children went down the stairs to find food. Downstairs, underneath a house, that's called a cellar. Exactly. Good work. Number 2, the children had fun washing under the pump. Exactly. Good work. Number 3, the children's father worked at a office in the city. A government office. The children's father worked at a government office in the city. Number 4, mother stayed home and the children to take care of someone. So the answer is looked after. Exactly. Number 5, Peter's toy space and it didn't work anymore. It exploded. So it blew up. Excellent work. Number 6, the house was it was not special or beautiful. So it was normal. It was regular. So it was ordinary. Exactly. Amazing work. Number 7, the space did most of the housework for the family. The woman who takes care of a house. So amazing. The maid did most of the housework for the family. Number 8, the children and their mother had to move to in the country, to a smaller house in the country, which is called a cottage. Amazing. Number 9, Peter's father didn't have time to the broken toy to fix or repair. It's called mend, exactly. Peter's father didn't have time to mend the broken toy. Peter got a train engine for his birthday, a small copy of a train engine, a model. Nice work. So Peter got a model train engine for his birthday. Now with exercise D, number 1 is homework. In page 7, numbers 2, 3, and 4 are homework, and number 5 is classwork. And as you should know, as you remember from the introduction video, you should copy the answer in your booklet. So number 5 says, how did the children clean themselves at the cottage? And here we have a glimpse of the difference or the gap between the children's old city house and their new house in the countryside, or the cottage they had moved to. So the answer says that the cottage was totally different than their old city house. The cottage was dirty and it didn't have water, so the children had to wash under the pump in the yard. Now let's move on to question number 6, which is classwork. You should copy it. What did the children live near? So we learned that the children lived on top of a hill. Their house was on top of a hill and it was near a railway line and a tunnel. The last question in our classwork is going to be number 7, which says, don't worry, everything will be alright. Comment. And remember, in a comment question or in a commentary question, you should state who said this sentence, to whom, when, where, and why. So the 5 things you should answer in a comment question: who said it, to whom, when, where, and why. And you should also tell us what this sentence shows about the character. I need to know what you have guessed about the character from this sentence. So answering the question, or we move on to the answer. Mother said these words to the children in their old house in the city when father went away with 2 men, and the children asked what was happening. And this shows us how devoted mother was and how she was kind towards the children, not getting them worried about anything. Like we said, mother is a devoted character. She cared deeply about her children and needed them to be okay at all times. They didn't have enough money, so they had to move to a new house or the cottage in the countryside, which was cheaper. But she didn't want the children to feel the devastating change that happened, and tried to contain them and provide everything they needed. And questions 9 and 8 are homework. And now we have arrived at the end of our video. Thank you very much for listening, and bye!